Okay, very happy to be joined by the main man, the Black Country Banger, who is back March 22, UFC London. Wouldn't be a UFC London without him. The pride of Wolverhampton, Jai Herbert. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, of course. We're a couple of weeks out now, getting close. How are these next couple of weeks going to look for you as we inch towards the fight?
Next couple of weeks, man, training hard. Yeah, just keeping the intensity there, training hard. Obviously, next week still be a hard week, but um, the I'll be just still staying intense, but the probably the workload will drop a bit, and then fight week, I'll be there. So just have to stay sharp.
Of course. Chris Padilla, the opponent this time out. How familiar were you with him when that name came to you?
Um, when the name came to, I wasn't familiar, but I remember obviously when I looked at the fighter, I realised I'd seen him fight before. So yeah, he's a good fighter. Got good grappling, good striking. He's a bit of an all rounder. So yeah, he's a good opponent. But yeah, I only see me getting the victory on March 22nd.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out to him on him most is that elbow he landed on Rongju, where he got the doctor stoppage there. You're both experienced guys, but you have the edge in UFC experience, of course. Where do you see his level at compared to the guys you've been fighting so far?
Yeah, I've got the experience in the UFC. Obviously, I fought some top names, but yeah, he's a good kid, man. Yeah, I treat all my opponents that I fight, with respect, and I treat them like that they're world champions. The way I train like I'm fighting them for the world title every fight. So, you know, I'm going out there to put on a show, and yeah, I'll be putting on a performance. And guarantee that.
Yeah, how big of an experience edge, or how big of an edge do you feel that UFC experience can be, or do you feel that since like now he's had a couple of fights in the UFC, he's kind of got his foot wet in there, that it doesn't really matter that you've had six, seven fights compared to just two for him?
Yeah, he's I've got the experience edge in the UFC. I thought, I think he's looks like he's only fourth at the Apex, not in front of the
Yeah,
crowds and stuff. So yeah, obviously that weighs in the fight. Obviously, I've got the experience edge, so that could come into play. But I'm not banking on these things. You know what I mean? I don't know the guy individually. That he might not be an issue for him. So I don't look at I've got the experience. Um, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going out there to put on a show.
obviously a lot of it is made of Team Renegade, but obviously we have Leon in the main event of the card as well. From working with him in the lead up to this one, is there that sort of renewed sense of fire that one would expect from him after his last fight? And then how can you use that training with him to kind of level up your work going into this one?
Yeah, man. It's always great to have Leon in the gym and in coaching and training with him, sparring with him. Obviously, he's on the path to get his title back. So he's looking in great shape, and he's looking to go out there and put on a show. Obviously, he's had the opponent change, but knowing Leon, and I know that won't be an issue at all. He's still going out there to get the win and get his title back.
Yeah, obviously you've dealt with opponent changes before. How big of a, especially when you're looking at the change that he had, where it's such a stylistic difference, how can that affect the camp? Is that sounds obvious, but like what kind of changes need to go in there? And like when you're dealing with something like that on such short notice, obviously you went from Mike Davis to Ilia Topuria on pretty short notice as well.
Mm. Yeah, obviously the opponents are different, but the good thing about Leon is he's not he doesn't engulf himself in the opponents. Like I've got he works on himself. He works on improving his own skill set. Obviously, you look at the opponent and know certain things they do and what he has to how he's got to approach that. But other than that, the goal still remains the same. Get his title back, but whoever's in front of him, it don't matter.
Of course, and there was a great picture that you posted, or that was posted with yourself, Leon, Emil, and Aiden, all fighting. within a couple of weeks of each other. How beneficial is it for you guys, but for the gym as a whole, when so many of the higher profile guys in the gym are all peaking at around the same time?
Yeah, he's good, man. I thought, do you know what? I thought about that yesterday. To be fair, because I was like wrestling, and one of the sessions with, I think it was Emil and Josh, a couple of lads who were fighting a week before me on Cage Warriors. So everyone's like, it's quite, because then we got Shay as well, Leon,
Mm,
um, Aiden as well. Obviously, he's fighting this weekend. So we've had a load of guys like got fights coming up. So everyone's sharp, you know. Everyone's in good shape and sharp. So that just makes you even better. You know, you're not. It's not like you're in a camp by yourself and everyone's like not like in fight shape. Everyone's in fight shape, so it just makes your camp harder, which makes you obviously makes you better and more ready to go.
of course. And as well as that, a few weeks ago, you went up to Next Gen in Liverpool with a few of the
Yeah,
guys. Get some rounds in with Paddy, Shamrock, Luke
yeah.
Riley, those guys. How was that for you?
Yeah, that was great, man. Same there as well. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
those lads there fighting soon. You know, like you say, Shem. Oh, he's meant to be fighting, but I think his fights fell through now. But yeah, like, yeah, man. Paddy's got a fight coming up soon. Like you say, Luke Riley's fighting in a couple of weeks as well. Adam Cullen. There was a few George Staines. That was good rounds with him. Yeah, so that's some good lightweights that to train with as well. So yeah, it was just good to mix it up.
Obviously, haven't been in there with Paddy. How do you think he can fare against Michael Chandler? Because that's such a huge fight for him.
Yeah, man, I think he'll do good. You know, he's got an orthodox style of striking and grappling, so you know it's a puzzle to figure out. So I think it'll be a good fight, man. And you know, it's a bit of a crossroads fight, in it. You know, Paddy's
Yeah.
obviously he's just, you know, he's in the top 15 now, and Chandler's been about for a long time now, so it's a bit of a crossroads fight. It's gonna be entertaining.
But I have a quick fire segment here. I'm just gonna run through some stuff with you.
Yeah, man.
Favorite food,
Favorite food, Jamaican food, man. West Caribbean food,
favorite drink.
Guinness.
What about in camp?
In camp, oh, fuck, you know, water. It's boring.
Yeah.
Uh, say 7 Up zero.
Yeah. Favorite or what's your go-to breakfast?
My go-to breakfast is scrambled egg, sourdough, and avocado.
Favorite movie?
Goodfellas.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show. Do you know what? I'm gonna say I got a few. But I'm gonna say Vikings. I've just started watching it again.
Favorite musician?
Favorite musician. Let's go with boom. Um, just to say, Tiny Boost.
Favorite sport other than MMA?
Football.
Wolves fan?
Wolves fan, yeah.
Not going so great, is it?
Thanks for
Oh,
reminding me. Nah,
no,
I know they got Everton the week.
I'm a Norwich fan, so I need you to do
Uh,
well to make sure Ipswich go down.
yeah. Ipswich are going, mate. Ipswich have had it.
Yeah,
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 definitely.
definitely. Yeah, I know someone who's a Wolves fan, so I hear about it sometimes as well from
I
from
think they'll
him.
stay up, man. I think
Um,
they'll stay up.
yeah. Um, favorite fight. So a favorite of your own and a favorite fight to watch.
A favourite fight of my own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favourite fight of my own. Oh, which one did I like, man? Yeah, let's say when I defended my title against my Cage Warriors title, that was a good fight. And do you know what? One of my favourite fights was my last fight in the UFC. I enjoyed that against the lad from Peru. My last fight, yeah, that was one of my favourites. And when I defended my Cage Warriors title. And
Yeah.
favourite fight to watch. One of my favourite fights to watch. I'm gonna say an MMA fight. I like Aldo versus Aldo. Who's the small wrestler, man. He's fought him a couple of times.
Mendes.
Um,
Chad Mendes.
Mendes, that's a good fight. Yeah, I like that one. And, you know, I'm gonna say a recent fight, boxing fight. Oh, Smith versus Boatsy was good. And last weekend that was wicked. But yeah, and I like anything from Bernard Hopkins. Really, I like Bernard Hopkins when he fought Tito as well. That's a class fight.
That Aldo Mendez is an interesting one because I feel like that sometimes forgets that sometimes gets forgotten by fans a little bit. But whenever I ask fighters this, it's come up a few times.
Yeah, it's class, man. He's wicked.
Yeah,
Aldo was wicked, man, and Mendez was, he was good that night as well.
yeah. Favorite fighter?
Favorite fighter? Jeez, man. MMA, any fighter.
Whatever you want, whatever you want.
Do you know what I'd say? I liked. Do you know Pereira? Like he was my favorite fight before he got into the UFC. I mean, I used to watch
Yeah,
all his fights on Glory and that. So when he got into UFC, it was like I was like, oh no way. But Pereira. Um, I'd say I don't really have a favorite fighter, but like he's one of my favorites to watch. Obviously Pereira, and because I've watched him since he was in Glory, like I just said. And I'm gonna go with him. I like obviously the boxers. I liked like the Tommy Hearns, Bernard Hopkins. So yeah. I'll probably someone else will probably come to my head in a minute when this interview's done. And I think, oh, I should have said that.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say them.
Favorite submission to practice?
I like rear naked choke in it. Rear naked choke, man. Can't beat a good rear naked choke. You know what I mean? Get in the back.
Funniest person you've met in MMA?
Funniest person I met in MMA. I'd say all the lads at the gym are funny. To be fair, I know Leon's pretty chilled, not on the camera, but when he's at the gym, he's pretty funny. To be honest, yeah. Yeah, he's funny. All the lads at the gym. Yeah, man. All the boys, you know. But yeah, I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head, like. But yeah, all the lads at the gym.
All right. Finally, best piece of advice you've been given?
Best piece of advice I've been given. I remember my dad told me when I was a kid, every tree can be felled. So that basically means anyone can get touched, man. Anyone can get dropped. You know what I mean? That's what he told me. Every tree can be felled, son. That's what he told me when I was a kid. So anyone can get beat.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I want to thank you for taking the time today, Jai. Of course, UFC London is where you can see him. March 22, TNT Sport, all the usual places you can watch that. Just finally, Jai, give us the hard sell. When yourself, Chris Padilla, step into the cage, what can the people expect?
You can expect a masterclass from me, a great performance. You know, I'm coming out there to put on a great performance to get the win.
That's
That's
what
what's
we like
happening.
to hear. That's what we like to hear. Very excited to see it, Jai. Thanks for taking the time. Best of luck.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.